Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. Man, it's already been a heck of a morning. So, yeah, been a good morning. All right, now to Facebook. Make sure nobody's here yet. Nope, not yet. Yeah, I had a meeting with Adams County this morning. They're going to start paying me for doing what I've been doing. I'm doing that because it was hard work. It was really hard. I'm even getting a little teary-eyed because it's over. I like this shirt on me. I think I've done all my sharing. I did all that in 2 minutes. I've got to be missing something. Probably because it didn't fuck up this time. Now I put it everywhere. I can't think of anywhere else. So, yeah. Got a podcast this afternoon. And I think the month of December, we should just fucking podcast the whole time. That's what I'm thinking. Because there's not much else going on. So maybe the greatest gift you could give. I'm gonna here we go. I'll put it because otherwise I will forget. The greatest gift you can give this year is telling your story on Raw Recovery. Hit me up if you want to be on the podcast and share. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Anybody here yet? No? Okay. It says nobody's here, but I don't quite believe it. I don't believe it. And this day's been going pretty good. I would be surprised if this blacked out. I would be very surprised. I'm grabbing my phone because I saw something. I kind of wanted to. Of course, now it's gone. Fucking Instagram.
Is there a talented voice actor hit?
Yeah, yes, I'm a talented voice actor, but man, it's so easy to go after everything, isn't it? And then you get nothing. There's a lot of things in this life I'd like to do. I'd like to sing. I'd like to, a lot of things. I'm hoping I can find this again. Probably not. It was pretty good, too. It was a therapist that noticed certain traits in... Sorry. Hello? It is. I'm actually live right now doing a podcast. But who is this? Because I might be my...
Jane Davis. You left a voicemail at our office the other day, so I was just
calling you. Yeah. Okay, you were. This was through the Office of Behavioral Health. Yes. Can I call you back in like 20 minutes? 20, 30 minutes?
Let's see here. Yes, 20 minutes. I have another appointment at 12, but yes, please do if you get a chance.
You got it. I will call you back in 20, 30 minutes, but I'll do it before noon for sure. Thank you. Bye-bye. That's what I do all day. Yes, that's the Office of Behavioral Health. These are the people that mandate what they do. All right, let's get to this. Nobody's here, and that sucks. It does. That kind of sucks. It does kind of suck. Usually, I don't blank out much anymore, but let's go ahead. It's just going to make it very short. Welcome, Daily. And I got a phone call to make, so it doesn't matter to me. Maybe God wants me to do that instead. I don't know. Welcome, Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm going to be your host. If you're here, please say hello. Whether, yeah, cool. So today's live or today's podcast is also going to be live. Let me take care of that real quick. All right, people are showing up. Yay! You guys missed a phone call. You missed exciting stuff. I would love to do it. I love being live. All right. I'm live right now. Okay. Let's get started. No more distractions since some people are here. I apologize to the rewatchers. Good morning, Jillian. It is good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, I got a big ass smile on my face because after 4 years of doing everything that I do, they're finally going to start paying me. I finally found the chink in the armor. I finally got it done. So I want to hear about how Dion doesn't have a fucking job anymore. I created my own. I thought it was going to be about $20 an hour. Close to double. Now, I'm not going to have a bunch of hours and stuff. But yeah, they're going to pay me $37.50 an hour. Yes, I'm worth more than that, actually. But it's the recognition, seeing that now we can get stuff done. That's the exciting part. It isn't the amount. That is cool, though. It's kind of a compliment. It's the fact that they finally recognize that something needs to change, and that without AA, they ain't going to be able to pull it off. Not Dion, but this whole community of people out here that need better stuff. Oh, it's true. Okay, let's get started. This was suggested by Ingrid, who is a longtime listener. I call her my online producer. It's just, she's been around for a while. She always knows when I'm going to end and what I'm going to say next and what needs to happen next because she knows how I do this. So thank you, Ingrid, for the suggested topic. If you'd like to read along, I'm in Language of the Heart, page 272. I'm going to go back a little bit. I have no idea what it's going to say. Why not? I like little surprises like that. In times of very rough going, the grateful acceptance of my blessing, oft repeated, can also bring me the serenity of which our prayer speaks. Whenever I fall under acute pressures, I lengthen my daily walks and slowly repeat our serenity prayer in rhythm to my steps and breathing. Well, that's kind of cool. I actually do that with music too. When I walk, you bet. I'm always walking in rhythm to my music, right? What does that do? It's supplying a cadence. Remember, I've talked about cadence a lot lately. What is cadence? Is it do, 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 do. There's certain sounds, there's certain frequencies that will provide you with certain things, including serenity. Right? Go listen to some Barry Manilow. Michael Bublé. Right? They do kinds of songs that, right? Punk, what does that do? It makes you get up and want to jump around, doesn't it? Sometimes music comes on and you can't help yourself. What is this? It's your body connecting to something else that's spiritual. That's the way I see it anyway. All right. So yes, this breathing and this pattern matters. And if we step out of that pattern, what happens is then the disruption comes. But we can stay in that pattern of serenity and accomplish hard things. You can have problems come along and still have serenity, right? Whenever I fall under acute pressure, if I feel that my pain has been in part occasioned by others, I try to repeat, God grant me the strength to love those, to love their best, and never fear their worst. This benign healing process of repetition, benign just means subconscious, of repetition, sometimes necessary to persist with for days, has seldom failed to restore me to at least a workable emotional balance and perspective. Woo! Right? So let me give you an example on them. I'm going to use my depression. Okay, so I don't anymore. I had severe depression. Okay, so I went on an antidepressant. Okay, now in our world, that would be just like acceptance or willingness or honesty or open-mindedness. And why do I say that? Because there's no action in it. There's no action in it. But what happens is that puts me at a level to where I can start to work on my problems. That's what it's used for. Once I have solved my problems, it is time to remove the antidepressant. That's what I did. I haven't been on my antidepressants for over a month now. Okay. Did I have to do some regulating this month? Yes, I did. But now, finally, I am back to the Dion that I know. See, those meds, they were stopping a lot of my talents. A lot of them, including my podcasting. Yeah, you think it's good. It was good before. Catch some of the newer ones, man. Today we're going live on this one. She's like, no, I want to go live and do it. Are you okay with that? I'm like, are you kidding? I'm a live king. Okay, I don't mind. I got to kind of answer her real quick. I'm going to send an emoji here. There we go. And I'm going to do a little plug for her. She runs the oldest skating rink in Colorado. Okay. But beyond that, and this is what I love about Jamie, she's taking the kids off the streets. She has programs there for these people. She's taking the kids off the streets. She's removing the drug and the peer pressure and all this bullshit. And I even suggested to Adams County. I said, well, the person I was talking to, her name's Emma. Right? She's not in the program, but she's awesome. Her name's Emma Goforth. She works for Adams County, and she's phenomenal at her job. So today I'm plugging people because there's so many people that have helped me get to this point, right? But what started it all? Pain. There was a pain. It was Dion's pain, but it wasn't just Dion's pain. See, I'm empathic. I'm very empathic. I don't want to say super empathic because that just qualifies me for something else that I just don't know that I qualify for. So in my community, everybody's in a decent mood today. I can feel it. Last week, no. And I can feel that pain. And I got to do something about it. So but there's got to be action in it. There's always got to be some kind of action. We can't just accept and be like, oh, there we go, la-di-da-di-da. Now, before we get to this, if pain is the touchstone of all change, okay, it's not always required. You do not, or we could put it a different way. I can put it two different ways. Pick the road less traveled. Yes, you can be uncomfortable and have serenity. Believe it or not, yes, you can. Those two will match. Calamity and serenity, you bet. They can match if we choose to do that. All right. Another helpful step is to steadfastly affirm the understanding that pain can bring. Indeed, pain is one of our greatest teachers. What's the pain? Why is Dion making all these changes in the community? Well, the pain is Colorado's dead last when it comes to the services. That's the pain. It's the only pain I need now. And I use it to make change. This person, Jillian, you weren't here yet, but somebody called me from behavioral health because I called them. I'm like, I'm live right now. I'm going to have to call you back. See? Now, I could already tell by her voice this is going to be an enjoyable conversation. I don't need to be mean. I don't need to be rude. Okay? But they will help me make these changes that need to be done. And now all I have to do is say, well, Adams County hired me to do this stuff. I think maybe I can't do that, though. You are going to see a difference in my Facebook, though. All the stuff that I talk about, like, hey, these people are doing that. These people, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. Or it might mess with my job. Can't do it now. See? Now I have something to lose. So the game changes some. It does. And there's going to be pain there. Indeed, pain is where, though I still find it difficult to accept today's pain and anxiety with any great degree of serenity. As those more advanced in the spiritual life seem to be able to do it. I can, if I try, give thanks for the present pain nevertheless. That's the hard part. Have you ever thanked God for a red light? Have you ever thanked God for being inconvenienced? Because that's what we're talking about here. That's exactly what we're talking about. So, I find the willingness to do this by contemplating the lessons learned from past suffering. Lessons which have led to blessings I now enjoy. I can remember, if I insist, how the agonies of alcoholism, the pain of rebellion, and thwarted pride have often led me to God's grace, and so to a new freedom. So, as I walk along, I repeat still other phrases such as these. Pain is the touchstone of progress. Fear no evil. This too shall pass. This experience can be turned to benefit. That's the one that I use. These are little quick reminders when we are in pain to go, oh, well, like I joked with Pastor Marsha after I got off the phone with that. I sent her a text message and I said, see, I guess God had a plan after all. LOL, right? Because I was in a lot of pain for a little while. Emotional and spiritual. You bet. These fragments of prayer bring far more than mere comfort. It's not just comfort. It's safety. It is safety. Everybody gets to watch me do hard stuff. You don't really get to watch me do it unless you're gonna hang around with me, but you watch me do hard stuff. Okay. My personal life, I bring up some of it, maybe as an example, things like that. Maybe I had a PTSD moment on camera. It's happened last week. Okay. What I do though, I turned it into a benefit. Everybody learned. Even if the learning was, don't approach somebody with PTSD that way. See, even while I was going through it, what is a fascia? You said that yesterday, I think, and I don't know what a fascia is. And as soon as you tell me, I'm probably going to be like, oh, good day. Morning, Amber. So these fragments of prayer bring more than mere comfort. They keep me on the right track of acceptance. They break up my compulsive themes of guilt, depression, rebellion, and pride. And sometimes they endow me with the courage to change the things I can and the wisdom to know the difference. And it's more than that. When you do these things, you get a deeper understanding. And when you have a deeper understanding, then you start to treat other people appropriately. Notice I'm using the word appropriately. Oh, that'd be why. Okay. I think I went on a date once and saw the second one. Or maybe it was even the first one. But Mike Myers is a horrible person and I won't. It was hilarious. It was. I don't know the thing. So anyway, yes, fascia. Okay, well, I'm not going to cut it down because that's your dad's nickname, and I don't want to cut down your dad because I love you. Yeah. So, fascia. Fuck Mike Myers, but fascia. Right? I'm learning more. The great thing about what's been going on now that it's opening up is I don't have to be so restrictive. What? What? Meow meow. Yeah. My new cat's name, he thinks his name's Jack, but he thinks his name is. All right. I got to kind of wrap this up because I have to call back behavioral health. They called in the beginning, and I'm like, well, I'm live right now, so I need to call you back. Why? What was the priority? Well, I was live. Nobody was here yet. I could have ended it and just went to the phone call. Nobody would really know. But geez, yeah. See there, yeah. You know, like for me, it'd be Breakfast Club and stuff. So yes, absolutely. I mean, when you're 14, 15, who gives a fuck how Mike Myers is? He's funny. Right? And you create good memories. So yeah, creating those good memories. It's awesome. To those who have never given these potent exercises and acceptance a real workout, I recommend them highly the next time the heat is on, or for that matter, anytime. There's a saying, I don't know where it came from, but I picked it up from morning. Oh no, we're out of frozen veggies. Just go get some canned ones and, you know. I'm sorry. No, and I'm sorry that it's a madhouse, and I hope that you find the serenity in it. So, but this the fact that, you know, God, what a privileged problem to have. Right. But at the same time, hey, let's use this because Dion's over here. I'm going to tell you what my brain said, and these are intrusive thoughts, right? You know, people are getting mad about veggies. Okay. Now, to Dion and his perspective, that doesn't mean shit. But what about other people's perspectives? That might be a fucking thing. See? I gotta be careful on those quick judgments, even about little stuff. Thanks for making me feel old, Amber. I appreciate that. And that was what? The third one? Second one? I don't know. So I know I'm not old. People are like, give me crap that they're old. I'm old. And they're like, but you're not old. It's okay. You guys, I almost qualify for ARP. Okay, I'm old. It's okay. I don't mind. We'll go with wise. I know I'm not at the age where I'm getting ready to freaking die and my bones are brittle and stuff. But yes, I am old, and it's okay. I don't mind. See all the wrinkles and, you know, the blemishes. There you go. See, that's what I saw in my mind was Ingrid. Yeah. See, make it just a little bit better. It's the day before Thanksgiving. We got to give a little more grace today. Right? Like this lady, she said, yeah, you can call me after 12 also if you want. But I heard a connotation in her voice. She wants to go home early. So I'm going to call her now so that she doesn't have to wait for my phone call after, and maybe she can go home. Now, what is that going to do? Well, it's called the Jerry Maguire. It's just me helping her to make her day a little bit better, because you know what'll happen? She'll listen to me better. Oh, this guy actually gives a fuck. Yeah. And I told her it'd be about 20, 30 minutes. It's now been 21 minutes. So I got to wrap up and make the phone call. I'll tell you what it is, just real quick. It's the resources listed on the behavioral health website. They all lead to body brokers. I was just talking with Adams County. They're like, here, I'm going to show you our resource. Leads right back to BHA, but they're required to. I went off a little bit, but I know Emma well enough that she lets me do that. Right? Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, so 2002 was the one that I saw in the movie theater. That was the one that I saw. Because, oh, no, it wasn't. It would have been 1997. See, I do things by when I was married. And I was married in 2002. So 1997, I was dating a girl named Chris that I met at the club. I was like 8 years sober. Yeah. Yeah. And you probably saw him when you were younger, which probably wasn't appropriate. Right. But so I'm talking to Emma. She shows me the resources that leads back to there. I told her those resources lead right back to the body brokers. See where it is? See how I'm frustrated? And she's like, yeah, okay. But that means that she is 55 years sober, 55 or 56. Well, 54, 55, or 56, depending on the date. Right? It's good shit, man. That's probably the oldest one that I've heard, from aside from my father, who died with 52 years of sobriety. Right? But I have another chance, because those are government things and they got to follow government rules. But I'm also working with Aurora Mental Health. They're not government. They are a non-for-profit company. Their resources I can work with, right? So the website don't mean shit, because you're in detox. You're not going to go to the BHA website. So we will be controlling the resources inside the detoxes. So that way it just never gets there. I can be sneaky too, but it's the right way to do it. You know what it's going to do? It's going to create, like, the whole point of this is to create more 12-step calls. More 12-step calls. No, we're going to give more resources, but we're not going to take away resources. We're not going to list them. Like these sober livings. They're the only outlet people really have. And right now it's a fad. What it needs to be is used appropriately, like everything else. Right? I'll put it in a way that you understand. They're just a bunch of two-steppers. It's what they're doing. They're two-stepping. All right, I got to give this lady a call back. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Some of my favorite people. I am so glad. Well, I was born 1970, and I'm 54, right? So I suck at math, but it depends on the date. But I think, yeah, 55, it would be the middle, all right? I forgot what I was saying, so, but I do need to go. All right. I love you. Peace out.